The story of the past lives of King Saka 1. The time of Kassapa, Buddha. During the time of Kassapa Buddha, there was a rich and powerful kingdom with its capital in Sagala. The country was ruled by King Vijitavi, who was not only a talented leader, but also an exemplary layman with full morality and wisdom. King Vijitavi always applied the 10 royal laws in governing the country, including justice, kindness, and integrity. He also lived closely and cared about the lives of his subjects, demonstrated through the practice of the 4 methods of salvation, helping them live happily and prosperously. The king's good deeds. King Vijitavi, a leader with profound wisdom and great compassion, soon realized the utmost importance of upholding the 3 jewels, the most important foundation for the development of Buddhism and the peace of mind of the people. This realization was not just theoretical, but was realized by the king through concrete and meaningful actions. With great determination, King Vijitavi built a large temple in a prime location by the river, right in the heart of the capital city of Sagala. This temple was not only a simple religious structure, but also a symbol of reverence and respect for the 3 jewels, and at the same time clearly demonstrated the king's compassion and love for all living beings. Each brick and each tile placed on the roof carried with it prayers for the well-being and liberation of all people. After the temple was completed, the king not only donated the temple, but also respectfully invited the venerable elders who had devoted their lives to the cause of propagating the Dharma, had a thorough knowledge of the Tripitaka, and had great merit in maintaining and propagating the Buddha Dharma. He considered this not only a good deed, but also a sacred duty, a dedication to the Triple Gem, and a guarantee that the temple would become a solid refuge for generations of monks and Buddhists. Not stopping there, King Vijitavi also showed his comprehensive protection for the monks by providing them with the 4 requisites, the essential needs for monastic life, including clothing, food, shelter, and medicine. He always ensured that the monks at this temple would not have to worry about any material needs, so that they could concentrate on practicing and teaching, spreading the Buddha Dharma in the best way. Due to his virtuous deeds, deep devotion, and unceasing protection of the 3 jewels, when his lifespan ended, King Vijitavi was reborn in the Triyastrimsa heaven, becoming the supreme deva of this heaven, known as King Indra. In the Triyastrimsa heaven, he continued to use his power and wisdom to protect, uphold the 3 jewels, and help sentient beings, continuing the noble journey of good karma that he had begun when he was still alive. In conclusion, the story of King Vijitavi is not only a shining example of protection of the 3 jewels, but also a lesson in compassion, dedication, and responsibility for the spiritual development of humanity. His virtuous deeds will forever be a source of inspiration for all those who follow the path of practice and enlightenment. 3. The Bhikkhu's actions. At the temple, sponsored by King Vijitavi, the number of monks was very large, maintaining the study and practice of the Dharma seriously and continuously. Among those bhikkhus, there was a bhikkhu who stood out for his pure conduct, diligently practicing meditation every day. Every morning he often woke up before everyone else, quietly performed the rituals of worshipping the Triple Gem, contemplating the virtues of the Triple Gem, meditating and walking meditation. After that, he personally swept around the temple, keeping the space clean and pure. One day, while sweeping the fallen leaves around the stupa, the bhikkhu gathered the leaves into a pile and called the novice monk to help him collect them and take them away. The novice monk was usually very obedient and diligent, but that day, for some unknown reason, he became lazy and pretended not to hear the bhikkhu's words. After calling for the 3rd time without hearing the response of the novice monk, the monk stepped forward and hit him with the broom handle quite painfully. The novice monk, both in pain and resentment, cried but still had to follow the order, scooping up the trash and taking it out. Filled with dissatisfaction, the novice monk made a vow. 4. The dialogue in the novice monk's mind. With this merit of taking out the trash, he silently vowed, if I have not yet attained nirvana, no matter what realm I am born into, may I have full authority, high position, and power, and my power will be superior to all others, like the great sun in the middle of the sky. After making the vow, he felt elated and happy, then went down to the river to bathe. While swimming in the cool water, the novice monk suddenly felt remorse for his actions. He thought to himself, the monk told me to pick up the trash, not because he forced me, nor for his own benefit or anyone else's. He did it just to teach me, to attack my laziness and stubbornness. Oh, because of my ignorance, I have harmed myself. Looking at the endless waves on the river, the novice monk's mind seemed to be enlightened. He immediately made a new vow, this time with more determination and sincerity. Because of my lack of wisdom, I have become lazy and stubborn, and have also had wrong and frivolous perceptions. So, with all the merits of my practice, the merits of picking up the trash all this time, and the merits of realizing my mistakes, I vow that, if I have not yet attained nirvana, please grant me wisdom as boundless and immeasurable as the endless waves of this river. 5. The Bhikkhu's Vow. The bhikkhu, who was on the riverbank, about to go down to bathe, heard the novice's resolute vow. He felt guilty and thought, except for this morning's mistake, this novice has long been practicing very well, has good conduct and wisdom. So with this ironclad vow, the novice will surely achieve it easily. But then he thought again. However, in his vow there is something like repentance, but also something like opposition to me. If he achieves his vow but is still stubborn, arrogant, and conceited, then who will have the intellectual capacity to restrain his wisdom? Therefore, the monk also clasped his hands on his head, looked up to the sky, and made a vow. With all the merits of my practice, the merits of sweeping the trash for so many years, if I have not yet attained nirvana, may I attain inconceivable wisdom. That wisdom must be complete with the following 5 qualities. 1. As numerous as the waves of the great Ganges River. 2. As firm and steadfast as the 2 banks of this river. 3. Clearly seeing the roots and branches of all dharmas. 4. Bright and clear. 5. Vast, profound, sharp. I hope that through that inconceivable wisdom, I can restrain, dispel doubts, illuminate and lead the novice monk to enlightenment and liberation, deeper understanding of the 5 qualities, as many as the waves of the Ganges River. This comment expresses the desire to have a rich and diverse wisdom, like the number of waves on the Ganges River that never stops. This wisdom does not stop at a fixed amount of knowledge, but must continuously expand, like the continuity and incessantness of water waves. This implies the vastness and comprehensiveness of wisdom, which can understand and solve many different problems in life. Firm and steadfast like the 2 banks of this river, this comment refers to the stability and steadfastness of wisdom. As the 2 banks of a river keep the water from overflowing, wisdom must be able to maintain its position, not wavering in the face of difficulties or challenges. This emphasizes the need for stability and decisiveness in thinking, not being influenced by external factors. Seeing the root of all dharmas clearly, this comment emphasizes comprehensive understanding and insight. Wisdom does not stop at understanding the surface of phenomena, but must also go deep into their nature and roots. This requires the ability to analyze and perceive deeply, helping people with wisdom understand the causes, effects, and relationships between elements in the universe, thereby coming up with correct solutions and decisions. Bright, clear. This comment represents the clarity and wisdom in intelligence. Like light that shines everywhere, intelligence must have the ability to illuminate, dispel the darkness of ignorance, bring clarity and transparency in thoughts and actions. This shows that intelligence needs to be pure, not obscured by prejudices or negative emotions, thereby leading people to truth and reality. Erudition, depth, sharpness. This comment refers to three important qualities of intelligence: breadth, erudition, depth, profundity, and analytical ability, sharpness. Erudition is the ability to understand many fields. Depth is a deep understanding of the nature of things. And sharpness is the ability to analyze and solve problems in a subtle and effective way. The combination of these three qualities creates a well-rounded intelligence, not only broad, but also deep, not only knowledgeable, but also capable of sharp analysis and criticism. Final result. After the dissolution of the five aggregates, both the monk and the novice monk were born as humans and devas for the entire period between the two Buddhas. When the Buddha Sakyamuni passed away nearly 500 years ago, the monk of the past descended from the heavens as the monk Na Tien, while the novice monk was born as King Milinda in the capital city of Sagala, just as they had vowed. Both of them, with the wisdom and qualities accumulated over many lifetimes, continued their journey on the path of enlightenment and liberation. Thank you for taking the time to join me in delving into this meaningful story and analyzing the subtle aspects of wisdom and spirituality. Every moment we share is not only a journey of intellectual discovery, but also an opportunity to illuminate the depths of our souls, from which we can get closer to truth and enlightenment. May the insights and reflections from this story become spiritual seeds sprouting in your soul, nurturing peace, compassion, and wisdom. The journey towards enlightenment is not only a personal path, but also a harmony with the universe and all sentient beings. Therefore, I believe that every step you take, no matter how small, has great significance and will bring you closer to the light of truth and liberation. May you always keep your faith, nurture your compassion, and develop your wisdom continuously. May these experiences and learnings become a solid foundation to help you overcome all challenges and achieve your highest aspirations in life. See you in the next conversations, where we will continue to explore new horizons of wisdom and spirituality.